Just look at that, looks like a Lexus. The screen is too small, that's very important. There's more room than in Jaecoo 8. So the boot is long. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is all new Omoda 7 and you're watching a 5 minutes review. Let's go around. So let's take a look first of all at the silhouette or the design of the car, because that's quite interesting. Look at that, guys. The front of the car looks like a Lexus, but there's nothing wrong, and let me know in the comment below what you think about it. This car looks like electric, in my opinion anyway. By the way, you've got the camera, you've got the sensor at the front, that's great. Huge massive grille, I love it. You've got the LED lights, nicely designed, very modern lights, I love it. Also, that's your LED daytime running lights. What is interesting, look at the handle, like completely different compared to the other models. This is like old-fashioned. This rear side of the car looks a little bit like MG HS, in my opinion anyway. By the way, very nicely designed lights, as you can see that. Very fancy, I would say. PHEV, so that means that's a hybrid plug-in. So from this side you've got your electric socket. As you notice, you can charge the car like all electric vehicle, which is great. Years ago you couldn't do that. No, now everything is possible. Let's take a look at the wheel. Got 235 to 50 and R19, that means 19 inches, which looks great. What is very important, especially on the Scottish weather, not today, we've got nice beautiful sun, but usually we've got lots of rain. When you open the car, actually the door, just look at that, guys, this part of the car is covered by the door. That means you will always jump with the clean trousers, okay? Doesn't matter the weather, this part will be always clean. Let's talk about the quality of the door. Upper part is made of nice soft material, okay? You've got the air vents here, that's great, and this place is perfect for the front windows. Here it's also nice and soft, and the armrest is quite nice, and you've got some storage, bigger actually than in Jaecoo 8. And here's a plastic, not surprised, quite deep pocket for lots of small items, because you've got the seat which has electric adjustment. The seat itself are actually great, and especially the upper part when you've got your headrest. Look at that, guys. Usually this kind of seat doesn't have the extra headrest. This one has. Very sporty design. Got quite nice and big side support, which is very tough, but I'm more than sure you will find lots of space for your back and also lots of space. The seat side support is nice and soft. Okay, let me jump inside there. Alright, guys, I'm inside the car, and honestly I feel very comfortable, and you can feel the difference between Omoda 5 and Omoda 8, actually Omoda 7, sorry. Omoda 7 has something different. This is like huge step between those two models. Omoda 5 is at the market from, I believe, more than 2 years, and this one is just arrived on the market and looks absolutely amazing outside and inside, and honestly that will be a bestseller, trust me. And they should to do also electric version of this car, because electric one will have even more customer than the hybrid plug-in, in my opinion anyway. Driver seat now is on the lower position. I'm 193 centimeters tall, and above my head I've got over 5 fingers. This is something like 6 fingers. That's absolutely amazing, lots of room. Also on the front of my leg, lots of room. And what is interesting, this part of the handle or panel at the door is finished with a nice soft material. That means the bones from my knee will touch the soft material, no hard plastic. That's details which makes the car premium, okay? Not the name, not the brand, the small details which makes your driving or your journey more comfortable. This part of the middle tunnel is finished with a soft material, and there is maybe maximum 2 millimeters of foam. That means I can feel also comfortable from this side. That's absolutely great. All right, so let's talk now about the visibility, because this is something that is very important, especially for tall driver like me. So the camera now is on my eye level, and that's what I see around myself. And what is interesting, just look at that, guys. Usually I complain about this mirror because in 90% of the cars at the market, this mirror is on the lower level. But in this one, look at that, from the lower part of the mirror and lower part of the windscreen, I've got this visibility is absolutely brilliant. It's even better than in Jaecoo 8. Also, the dash is not long. This also, everything is nice and soft. It's not hard plastic. And from my perspective, as you notice, I can see quite big part of the bonnet. Absolutely amazing. And the details, look at that, the speakers. Yeah, small details, but makes change. Let's take a look at the back. The D-pillars are very wide and also covered by the headrest, but anyway, you've got huge, absolutely amazing mirrors, the side mirrors. Look at that. From outside, those mirrors looks quite small, but from inside, look at that. Beautiful view, beautiful. Let's check the reversing camera and we will see the quality. Okay, so the gear stick you've got here, okay, it's quite small. Look at that. Okay, so that's the view from the camera. Quite simple, but it's, I believe, yeah, it's something like a full HD, because on many Chinese car the camera has high contrast view, but it's not full HD. But this one is, let's say, HD. Okay, 3D, so you can just look at around the car from many directions, as you can see here. Also, you can look at what is exactly at the front of the car, okay, and what is behind. Okay, with clear space. That's very handy when you park the car. Okay, and also that's the rear side, both side, and the front. Okay, nice and simple. And also you've got another few seatings here. All right, so let's go at the front view. Everything is nice and sharp, and also the picture is great. Now let's talk about the steering wheel. The steering wheel, it's something like a square. Okay, it's a little bit round, but looks like a square. Of course, it's multifunctional and you don't have many buttons here. Look at that, you've got something like a knobs from both sides. This one will gives you the opportunity to adjust the volume, the music, radio, whatever. When you turn on this button, you can adjust or check all information about your trip, about the electric consumption, and many other stuff. So from this side, as you notice, you've got 20% of the battery, and at the petrol, on the petrol you can do 165 miles. So my first impression was this screen is too small, but honestly you can see everything what you want to see. This one is big, and you've got many stuff here. It's very similar to Jaecoo and Cherry. It's all actually the same factory. Okay, as you notice, you've got lots of settings here. New energy, that's about your energy. Drive mode, you've got an eco, normal, or sport. You can choose between the hybrid system or only electric drive. Okay, driver assist, everything about your safety. If you don't know something, you can just click the I and the car will explain you everything. Okay, and also you've got another few apps. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That's what is more important. Okay, and that's your graphics of the air condition and ventilation. Also you've got the button which you can customize, so when you press that and hold for 2-3 seconds, you will see few options. Exterior mirror adjustment, oh, that's very important. Okay, and now you can see how to adjust the mirror. So you do everything on the knob. For example, as you notice, left, so right and the left, up and down. So below that you've got induction charger with a speed maximum 50 watts, and of course it's ventilated. You've got the physical buttons, thank you Omoda. Okay, emergency light, EV mode or hybrid mode, and also the car mode, normal, sport and eco. There you go, nice and easy. By the way, that's the key. Okay, which looks exactly like Omoda or Jaecoo, I'm more than sure. So that's your storage with 2 cup holders and some space for the phone. Very nice and very premium, in my opinion anyway. So that's your armrest, which is maybe not very soft, but definitely it's comfortable, and you can open it on both ways, just like that. Upper part, sun visor with the LED light and mirror. And that's the option is the same panel for higher option or version with the sunroof. Here the same story, and also the storage at the front of the passenger is finished with a hard plastic, and it's, I would say, an average size. And just look at that, at the details. This looks quite nice. That's your air vents. This panel is also nice and soft. I wasn't sure about the backrest at the front because the side support is quite tough, and usually when you see the tough side support, which the movement is very limited, you know exactly there will be not many space for your back if you are a big guy, but honestly there is lots of space. I'm not a slim guy, I'm 105 kilo and 193 centimeter tall, but I've got plenty of space here, and honestly I feel very comfortable in this seat. Okay, that's all about the front. Let's go to the back, but before I will go there, just look at that. You don't have the handle to open the door, you have the handle, actually handle, something like that here, okay? But it's nice. Let's open the back door. So also you got the same story with the handle, and the upper part is made also from the soft material, also this panel. That's quite interesting because usually you've got the back door on completely different quality, as hard plastic and nothing special, but this one is absolutely great. Soft, everything's nice. It's actually like the same quality like the front one. They are exactly the same, and also the lower part of the car is covered by the door, so that means you will jump always to the car or inside the car with the clean trousers. You've got the armrest, which is quite premium designed. Look at that, guys. You've got the piano black, which I hate. Here is nice and soft. One pocket, another pocket. You've got air vents, and you've got USB port C and not standard one, and completely flat floor. So let me jump inside there and we'll see how many room I got. Oh wow, look at that, guys. Now I'm sitting behind myself, and look at that. That's lots of room, and honestly I wasn't sure there would be that many room here. This car has lots of room inside, and honestly there's more room than in Jaecoo 8. Sorry. Okay, anyway, apart of that, you've got LED light handle from both sides, one hook, another hook. Very comfortable seat above my head, 5 fingers. Do you need something more? Not really, guys. Let me check what we can find inside the boot. Okay, so first of all, as you notice, you've got huge amount of space here. So you've got completely flat floor. As you can see, you don't have any step. You've got 2 side pockets. Unfortunately, they are covered with the plastic, so that means don't put anything what is small and hard, because while driving you will hear everything inside the cabin. Under the floor, you've got huge compartment with the tools, cable, and another 2 compartment for yourself with 1 LED light, 1 hook, another hook. So the boot is long, up to 38 inches, that means 96 centimeters. It's wide on the wider side, up to 53 inches, that means 134 centimeters, and it's high up to the parcel shelf, up to 15 inches, that means 38 centimeters, and it's high up to the roof. As you can see, 28 inches, that means a little bit over 71 centimeters, and it's wide on the narrow side, up to 38 inches, that means 97 centimeters. But how long is the boot with the seat area? Let me find out. From the upper part of the backrest, 63 inches, that means 160 centimeters. Okay, let's take a look quickly under the bonnet. Let's open the bonnet, and as you can see, you've got petrol engine, electric engine, that's for your hybrid system, also for the electric drive. Okay, all details you can see right now at your screen. You can use the car day by day driving to your work only on the electric drive, or you can go on some quite long journey and you don't have to be worried about anything. And just look at that. When I am to walk around from the car with the key, the car was locked automatically and has closed all windows. That's great feature, because usually you can lock the car and the window will be still open, or you need to press the lock button and keep it for a few seconds to just lock all the windows. In this one, everything works automatically. Anyway, let me know in the comment below what you think about this car once again, because in my opinion it's one of the best looking car at the market today in its class, and hopefully in the future will be also electric one, because I like this design, and this design looks exactly like electric vehicle, no hybrid. So stay with me and watch my other episode and subscribe to my channel.